Welcome back to Premier League Friday. Now the draw for next summer's World Cup is taking place at the Kennedy Centre in Washington this evening, and don't worry, okay, you won't miss any of the outcomes here as Dave Reed is all across it. I love this because, let's be honest, Dave, some of those draws on all the competitions, they can take a long time.
They can,
right?
And believe me, this one is going to take a fair chunk of time as well. So we'll keep you right up to date with it.
Yeah, that's it. So what's going on? What's going on so far? Because has Trump made an appearance?
Oh yes, yeah, absolutely. Of course, he's made an appearance. So the ceremony is underway. It's been opened with a performance of Nessun Dorma by the Italian tenor Andrea Bocelli. It's a classic. It's a classic. It's being hosted by supermodel Heidi Klum and comedian Kevin Hart. There's already some glitz and glamour going on. Yeah. Gianni Infantino, the FIFA president, has opened the draw with some remarks, rather curiously saying that FIFA is the provider of happiness for humanity. And that this World Cup is going to be the best ever World Cup in the history of World Cups. So rather curious start, but that will continue. Yes, President Trump is there. He came in actually to the Kennedy Centre in Washington with Gianni Infantino down the red carpet. It was almost like they were arm in arm at one point, answering questions for the media. He's never shy of the cameras, always comes out with some quotes to the media, and he said that they're going to be breaking records already for ticket sales for this World Cup. Has already spoken and said that the USA have a chance of winning the tournament next year. He's never short of confidence, President Trump. And
he's probably said they're going to buy Ronaldo for the US.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're obviously very close as well, the FIFA president and President Trump. And the President Trump is actually expected to be given the inaugural FIFA Peace Prize during the ceremony today, before the draw takes place. This is the first time this award has been handed out by FIFA, and they say it's going to someone who is uniting people and giving hope to future generations. And that person is going to be President Trump. We fully expect it to be President Trump. Yeah,
I was going to say, yeah, exactly. I mean, so at what time do we reckon we'll start seeing the names come for England?
Well, on that note, around the Peace Prize, President Trump is due to speak. Now, these draws often run on quite a tight schedule, but as we know, President Trump almost runs on his own time. So if he speaks, that may well extend the time for this particular draw. But the schedule suggests in the next half an hour we should be starting to get things underway. England, Scotland should know their opponents in the next hour or so. So we'll know that for certain.
We'll know that for certain. Perfect. That's what we want to know. That's what we want to know. We've got none of the faff, all the good stuff about the Premier League, and we'll get all the updates.
And we should say Wales, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. Intriguing day for them because they're going to find out potential opponents. They've got playoffs in March in order to try and get to the tournament next year. So they'll be keen observers of what's going on today.
There you go. Fantastic, Dave. Thanks so much. Can't wait to hear back from you very soon. Now, Ruben Amorim was clearly angry after Manchester United's draw with West Ham last night. And he very clearly was frustrated when asked why Kobbie Mainoo remained on the bench. The United boss was even forced to deny not trusting players from the club's academy.
Do you understand why we ask about Kobbie? Because he's homegrown?
Yes, of course. Of course, I understand. And my job is to answer, but I'm trying to answer always the same thing, and you ask me always the same thing. I understand what you are saying. You love Kobbie. He starts for England, but that doesn't mean that I need to put Kobbie when I feel that I shouldn't put Kobbie. So it's my decision.
For all you say about the academy, that you don't actually trust the academy.
Why?
Because you never pick any players.
Any players we have Kobbie Mainoo.
Well, Lacey.
But Lacey in difficult situations. And Lacey, sometimes when Brian is not there, I put Ahmad because I have other wing backs to play, and sometimes it's hard. So you are asking me why I don't put Lacey to play when I have other guys that are international and also they are in the bench. So I try to put the best guys, the prepared guys for this moment of the club and try to win a game. That's the only thing, guys.
I can never understand this one because obviously, a manager wants to play the players that he thinks, are the correct to go out there and win the game. Obviously, some United fans have even said, if you bring on an academy product, Old Trafford lights up. So, I mean, how do you feel Amorim has been with the treatment of Kobbie Mainoo?
Well, there's a lot of talk around Kobbie Mainoo, and he broke onto the scene. I mean, he was in England. We're all talking about he's the future of Manchester United, still only 20 years of age. And his game time has been few and far between this season. You even see him, changes. He makes a lot of changes, Ruben Amorim. A lot of defensive changes. I mean, last night he brings Mason Mount on. He's got to try and go and win the game.
Yeah.
They have a chance to climb up the table and be right in the mix, and they just keep missing this opportunity. The league is wide open, and he's always going to get asked about academy players, because we go back to the class of '92. Manchester United's history bringing academy players through is remarkable. And when you've got a player of Kobbie's quality and he's not being given an opportunity, I look at the middle of the park with Bruno and Casemiro. I mean, it was 2 years ago, everyone was saying Casemiro's legs have gone, all these kind of things. And Kobbie's just not getting enough game time for me. He's a special young talent and he has to be given more opportunities. But I think when Ruben Amorim gets asked there talking about academy players, he must be seeing something. He must be going, look, I'm not just not playing Kobbie Mainoo because he's an academy graduate. Yeah. He's playing who he thinks can play the best. Surely as a manager, put the players that you can think they'll get best results now.
Yeah, but I was at the game and I watched the game, and Casemiro, he's playing Casemiro. There's a reason why he's playing him, because he keeps his game tight. That's why it becomes less running-wise for him. And Fernandes is the creativity around him. Yeah. Mainoo, if he plays him, look, if you keep a player on the bench and he's that young, he's never going to get better. Yeah. Because that's just, I mean, we all been there, right? It wasn't like a coach looked at us. My coach at that time was Frank out. He didn't look at me and say like, oh, you're 19, no, play. And we had also stars in our team. This kid wants to play. And if you don't want to play him, find a solution for him. Yeah. Because now you have a team. It's not like he cannot get in that team or he's not good enough to play in that team, right? Because you're watching someone, like you said, we were talking about him, look what he was doing and opening up. And everybody was watching him. And now you want to tell me that quickly he became that bad that he cannot make it in your team anymore? Yeah. Come on, guys. This is also the way you play, the system you play. If you looked at yesterday, Diallo was the only one that was dangerous. The opposite side, they had no one attacking.
Yeah. He was the future of Manchester United. You look when they won the FA Cup.
He was unplayable.
He was unplayable. Yeah. And then all of a sudden now we're looking with fast forward and going, this is where he should now be. Yeah. On the up, still keep going, and we're just unfortunate for him. He's not getting any game time.
But do you think? Again, I was interested by your point as well, because you're saying obviously he's not getting any game time, and it could be down to the substitutions that Amorim is making. They're quite defensive. Yeah. Interestingly enough, though, is that Manchester United actually a third in the table for dropping points from winning positions, and I think they've lost 8 points from winning positions. And that's quite a lot if you're looking at, is that down to the substitutions that the manager is making?
Well, I look at his substitutions as a centre-half and look, if we were defenders, if you sub, generally you're not wanting to come on. If I started the game, unless I was injured, very rarely did I get brought off unless I was having a nightmare. It just seems like a centre-half for a centre-half. Forwards get changed all the time. You come on, you can have an impact. As a centre-half, you can't have an impact, really. No. You're there that the other people's afraid. It takes you time to get into the game. Yeah. And that doesn't surprise me, that stat. Because centre-halves, wing-backs are different. Because you should be up and down and you might be tired, Mario. No. As a right wing-back, left wing-back, they work their socks up. As a centre-half, generally it's pretty easy. I played in the 3 with Hull City. And you shouldn't be tired as a centre-half getting over that. I'm sorry, I don't buy into that. If there's an injury, yes. But he makes so many defensive changes. I just think that has to upset the structure.
One thing, when you saw the young kid playing, like was Haven.
Yeah, Haven.
One of the key things, what I felt when he was playing is that I didn't feel like someone was really helping him. Okay, he gets a yellow card on a tackle that was close to the halfway line. You don't need to make a tackle there. Stay on your feet. Okay, then you have that's one of the first tricks we learn. You have learned it too. If you stick to a striker, he's going to turn you in the box, right? He started doing that halfway line, sticking to, like holding him, and you don't have to do that. You understand? So there were little things, you understand, or bites in, like when a player is running at you, he was jumping in. So when he got the yellow and he took him off, and Yarrow come on, the only question I had, why didn't you start it with Yarrow and let the kid then come on and give him the time? But now you kind of put him in the heat, take him on. That's not going to help his confidence.
Yeah. Although I will say this, I bet Mario last night you had good memories watching United at Old Trafford, because I'm just going to remind you of this lovely goal here. Talk us through this one.
Oh, that was
Jimmy
good.
Floyd.
Jimmy Floyd with the ball.
When he kicks, you don't have to do a lot. You just put your head against it. It was a great time.
What, a knee slide as well? Look at that.
Oh man, you know, like as a young boy, I'm gonna tell you, we watch a lot of people score, and it comes a time that you say to yourself, when my moment comes, I'm gonna go for it, and you wait, and you wait. Sometimes you wait years, but whenever that one comes, you go after it. So I went after it, yes.
Mario, you talk about defenders getting tight to centre forwards. Yeah. I played against Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank on many occasions when he was at Middlesbrough, and you cannot get too tight. He used to turn you.
He loved that outside the box to see who's waiting for it. Exactly.
Even what you said about Drogba.
Yeah. So you need a little bit of help.
Yeah.
Still only young as a centre half. Haven last night, you learn, you make mistakes. I was rash like that, and you make a tackle and you're on a yellow card. So I understand the situation. You have to be taken out of that because you can be down to 10 men. But he does it consistently, week in, week out. It's one centre half. He's just turned all the time.
Yeah, I mean it's a tough one for Ruben figuring out when to get those substitutions right. Of course. Now everyone loves a